Today we will be discussing about plantation crop. You must have heard about the British or the European planters. They focused on plantations across the world. The Europeans, they came here also for plantation crop. For example, tea, coffee, rubber. Some of these crops, tea, coffee, rubber, these were the primary reason why the European colonial powers moved across Asia. Moved across Asia. And these plantation crop are also associated with the earliest Indian migration. Are also associated with the earliest Indian migration. For example, the Tamils moved to Sri Lanka, Malaysia, Singapore to work on plantation crop. The European colonial power took the people from South India to work on their plantation across the globe. So that is why plantation is also associated with the migration history of India. The first migrant from India were not software engineers. They went to work on the plantations of the European colonial powers. So plantation crops are the crops that are grown on extensive scale for commercial purpose, for extensive scale. These crops are on extensive scale in contiguous area. Generally, you find plantation in contiguous area means large tract. They might be owned by different person, by companies, small individual also, but in a particular area you will find continuous cultivation of those areas. Some of the important plantation crop are tea, coffee, rubber, cocoa, coconut, areca nut or betel nut, oil palm, etc. These are some of the plantations. These are some of the plantation crops. These plantation crops have high commercial value. They are generally of higher commercial value. Whereas in North India, you will find in the Gangetic plain, you have maximum cultivation of rice and wheat. Whereas these are of higher commercial value. Tea is of high value, coffee is of high value, cashew nut is of high value, etc. And they have also helped in sustaining the Indian economy. They have helped in sustaining the Indian economy. Besides food grain, other things are also there. And they are also a component of our export. These plantation crop are also a component of our export. At the time of independence, one of the major segment of export was tea, coffee, rubber, etc. Tea, coffee, rubber and other spices, some of the spices, these were some of the major component of export at the time of independence. So as time passed, we also started exporting engineering goods, software and other thing. But if you go back in history, the plantation crop were the major export item from India. One of the problem with plantation in India is your small holding. As compared to the European areas or you can say in Africa, in India population is huge and land is limited. So that is limitation is there, that in many areas the ownership of plantation are small as compared to the other countries. So these plantation crop, they are important from point of view of export potential, employment generation, poverty alleviation, and also sustaining the environment in some of the area, sustainable economic activity. Beside that, they are also providing sustainable economic activity. In many of the area, they will also be providing sustainable economic activity. Sustainable economic activity. Because in hilly tract, if you are going for, say, agriculture, the topsoil loss can be there. So in hilly tract, in plateau area, these plantation, for example, tea, coffee, rubber, they are also ecologically sustainable. They are also ecologically sustainable. So commercial or economic value, export value, employment generation, sustainable economic activity are some of the important aspect of these crops. So that was the point I was talking, sustainable economic development. That is conserve soil and ecosystem. For example, in a hilly tract, if you are doing, say, agriculture, for that you make ladder-like structure. Now in case of heavy rain, the topsoil will be washed away. The topsoil would be washed away in a slope. So in many area in hill you will find agriculture field like this. Now often there is heavy rain in India and the topsoil will be washed away, and once the topsoil is washed away, the land becomes barren. Whereas in case of plantation crop, you can put the plantation crop, there is no need to again loosen up the soil. Even grass can grow around this plantation crop, small amount of weed and other, and the root system will hold it. So that is why in slope area, agriculture should not be the first choice. In slope area, plantation cropping should be the first choice. Should be the first choice. So tea can be planted in hill slopes, even rubber, cashew in barren and wasteland in the coastal area, and they also help in conserving the soil in the surrounding area. They also help in conserving the soil in the surrounding area. Now, if I take into account, this is from the website of ENVIS, Environmental Information System. The area, they have not clarified about detail. They have given this diagram. This is from the website of ENVIS, source is ENVIS. Now, in terms of plantation, at present, Karnataka has done a lot. Karnataka, 27% of the plantation area is in Karnataka. Then Kerala, nearly equal, tie up. Then Tamil Nadu. Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. You will find these three states, the three southern states of Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu, they account for the major plantation areas. They account for, these three account for major plantation areas. One unique feature in Kerala is, 45%, yes, 45% of land area is used for commercial crop. Is used for commercial crop. That makes Kerala a unique state. If you compare it with the northern states, in northern state primarily you have rice, wheat, in some areas sugarcane, but in southern area, the three states, particularly Kerala, 45% of the land is used for commercial purpose. This makes Kerala unique. While some of the plantation crop like coconut, cashew nut, cocoa, areca nut, oil palm, palmyra, these all coconut, cashew nut, cocoa, areca nut, oil palm and Palmyra, they come under Ministry of Agriculture. So these crop are under Ministry of Agriculture, whereas some other crop like tea, coffee, rubber and spices, they come under Ministry of Commerce. So some of the plantation crop are under, some of the plantation crop come under Ministry of Agriculture, and some of the plantation crop come under your Ministry of Commerce. They come under Ministry of Commerce. Tea, coffee, rubber, spice, etc. they come under Ministry of Commerce. At the time of independence, these were some of the major item of export from India. These were some of the major items of export from India.